Welcome everybody to 48 Talk episode 157. I'm your host, Rage Body as always. Joining me this time is the usual crew of DX Takamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and Colin Smith on the bottom right. Hello!
Yo!
Hello!
Yo!
I can hear myself.
Oh, really? Is that loud?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean the echo?
I can hear myself. Well, it's been a while, so how you guys doing?
The usual, working out and such.
Wow,
So
just
busy lately with work and sales and life and.
Yeah,
Hmm.
To
life is life.
be honest, again, it's been a while since we did the last episode,
Yeah,
and in the meantime, did anything big happen? You would say? I would say a couple of MVs and.
A couple
Yeah.
of MVs, some graduations.
I would say
know.
so. It's a
I
good,
think-
healthy amount.
I think we're going to have our hands full with the MVs. I think we are going to piss off a lot of people tonight. So buckle in.
Okay.
It's
going
gonna
to
be
be
Well,
one of
since
those.
you mentioned it, go right ahead. I would say then.
Go for
Oh,
it.
you just want to start getting into it? All right.
Why not?
We
Might as
shall
well get us
do.
over it, so yeah.
Okay, cool. I should preface this by saying, first of all, yeah, it's been a little bit of time. We're all kind of amped up. We have a lot to say. I hope we can do a really good job of conveying one very important thing here tonight, which is that we are expressing opinions. So as much as we're being kind of joking about this, please understand we are four people with opinions. That's
Serious
it.
disclaimer. Yep.
Thank you. So don't take us seriously. Don't if you don't like what we're saying, just turn us off. It's cool. We hope you don't, because we actually do have reasons for saying what we're gonna say, especially what I'm about to say.
Hey.
Also, one more little mini thing. We do have something very serious to talk about tonight. There's something very horrible happened in our community, and that we're not going to joke about, and that we are going to ask for all of your support in that. So first, the fun. Okay, so NMB48.
Oh, man.
Kingdom Check MV. Well, this was coming. I had a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people on Twitter message me and was requesting this review, which is why I was really anxious to do this, because I was thinking, okay, once again, love the MNL girls. They're great. They're amazing.
It's
So
They're
always
I'm
a
gonna
doing
give
their
it a chance.
best.
It's always a
That-
dilemma.
that's- But once again, what the F infinity
F for
is
respect.
wrong? Yes, is wrong with their staff.
Yeah.
Really, what is going on over in the Philippines? First of all, that video, I mean, yeah, I get that you were going for cheap, which is kind of in a way clever, because it's like cheap as in like old nostalgia VHS. No, I can see the logical wheels turning. You failed miserably. Because the guy with the zoom camera is still employed. I don't know
Yeah.
why he's still employed. He didn't do
Shaky
it as bad.
cam.
A shake, I can accept a shake cam. I'm
Yeah,
doing
shake cam
documentary
wasn't that
stuff.
bad, to be
Shake
quite
cam's
honest.
fine.
Wasn't
was.
that? No,
Okay,
horrible.
well, okay, Robin, say that, because I know what you're talking about, and I'd like you to talk about that.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say is, I think, okay, aside from Mr. Zoom still being employed and why, I don't know, it's the fact that you have, and I want to be very clear for all the MNL fans out there that are going to get on their keyboard and start clacking away at us, which, by the way, we're not going to respond to any negative comment. So you can clack all you want. We're just going to make it a policy right now. You give us a negative comment, unless it's actually smart and like rooted in intelligence and not just you bitching at us. We're just, delete. It's just, we're not going to deal with the antis this time. It takes up too much time. We don't have it. But getting back to this, the problem with this MV is very simple. It's very simple. You tried a concept and you failed because apparently you have no budget. And it literally looks like you took the MV, you shot the girls doing a bunch of dances. You basically put it through some filters on a program on your computer. You did a couple zoom outs instead of zoom ins, which I think that if that's a response to what we were talking about, again, you failed miserably, because that's just as bad. It just looks cheap. And then, yeah, you're going for the VHS look, so you think, oh, I can get around being cheap because, it's old, so it doesn't have to look great. But the problem is you didn't capture anything. Just filming it in crappy, what is it, 280p or whatever it was, it doesn't
Even
make it
lower
good.
than that.
It just yeah right. Thank you. It's VHS standard. I mean, it makes it even lower. You might say, oh well, that was the point. Yeah, but then why? What story were you telling? Because I didn't really see one. Because it was basically the girls dancing in a couple different costumes. There was one that kind of looked okay. And I'm not saying they didn't look okay because of their costumes. Sorry, it's just in terms of the background and stuff. Again, all hats off and respect to girls. The singing wise, I mean, I'll just put this out right there. A plus. These girls, they are untouchable in the AKB family. You can't touch them. They are the best singers in AKB48 right now. I will just say that. But and dancing, they're really improving. I will give them that. I think they're getting better. The ones I've saw in there, I feel like they're giving it their best, so I have no problem with that. I think they can improve, and I think that's a fair criticism. But that's idol. Every idol can improve. Otherwise, if they were perfect, we wouldn't want to listen to them. That's K-pop.
Exactly.
But the thing is, it's like your MV took me out of it, and I'm gonna tell you the biggest reason why. The hot dude in it that was just basically in the front with the big arms and the groove haircut. Just what was his point? Why was he in it? What was the story being told here? He didn't have to be in it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with putting hot dude in there if it makes a point. But like, go back and watch the original Gangnam Check. Watch the dude in there. Watch the dude that Kieran, had the smooch with or whatever.
Oh,
there was
yeah.
a point to that. There was a funniness to it. It was all
A
tongue
story.
in cheek. It was literally tongue in cheek. Now, granted, I understand AKB for that MV had a $1 billion budget. They could tell a story, but I mean, just look at even the C MVs, not even the B sides, the C sides for AKB's, MVs. I mean, some of them are literally just them kind of focusing on the girls dancing and doing some good camera work, but just angles, bro. Angles. It's called learn them. Like, I'm a nobody. I'm a crap documentary filmmaker, okay? I don't know anything.
Mhm.
But I'm sure some of you guys see my screenshots, that I've been putting out over the past couple, months or weeks.
The teasers, yeah.
Okay, that's me just doing basic screenshotting. Like if you have a square in your camera, okay, and you make it into a tic-tac-toe grid, you always put your subject in the middle of 4 of those lines. Okay? That always makes things look cinematic. You guys didn't do that. You didn't do it at all. Instead, you had the guy on the roller cart zooming in right in their teeth. Again, why? That doesn't make it cinematic. That makes you look really amateur. And then on top of that, like, these girls are beautiful. Why not expand on that beauty? Why would you put them in less 4K and let us, just for the sake of trying to be old, you missed out on these girls and what they can naturally provide you. I mean, honestly, they're interesting enough just to watch them dance and like just be silly. I think the girls themselves, they seem like they're hysterical. Like, I bet if you just film like a behind the scenes thing,
Yeah,
I think it'd be the best MV you guys could do.
Mhm.
But anytime you guys are trying to tell these stories, you're failing miserably. And honestly, this was like, I thought the last MV was bad, and I still think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. But this is probably the second worst thing I've ever seen. And again, all love to MNL, all love to the MNL fan community. I love you guys very much. You should know that. But come on, you need to really go knock down some doors and be like, fire the roller guy and fire whoever thought this was a good idea, and definitely fire the editor who actually let this go past the editing desk. Because if it was me, I'd be like, you need to reshoot the whole thing because this sucks. And honestly, it does. The only good part about this, the MNL girls, of course. You take them out, like you literally cut them out of this MV, I think it would be fine. I did, next time just use a black background screen or something and let the girls just dance. That at least will show me what MNL's real strength is, which is of course the girls. But if you're gonna make an MV to showcase the girls, make an MV to do exactly that. Don't make an MV that's going to distract me to the point where I can't even focus. Robin, you had the greatest reaction. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
go for
okay.
it.
You,
Go for it.
you know what the thing is? I watched the Gangnam Check, the original one from AKB48, and that is a
Brilliant.
masterpiece
A+.
because it tells different movies, and the style is like we're doing cheesy old style movies from the 50s basically,
I would
or
say,
the
yeah,
60s
close to that,
styles.
Yeah.
And the way they portrayed it, it's everybody's in their role. They're shooting on location. This, however, feels like okay, well, the song is a solid, so we don't have to worry about that. The girls themselves, they do okay. It's not distracting on their part. Everything else is so low budget. There are Twitch streamers that do even a better job with green screens and effects than a supposedly professional talent agency. And it really just, you can tell what kind of screen they used, how bad they used it, what kind of, well, resolution is very low. Everything is just so off. Then they do this effect like need to transition to different outfits, but they do it with like static or with something weird, and I really don't get this. And even the story they're trying to tell, it's basically it's like, ooh, there's a guy, he's cute, run away, and move on to the
Right?
next group. It's like, oh, there he is again, run away. And it's basically it's the same room. It's basically the same room they're in because they transition just from different backgrounds.
Mhm.
But yes, he's in the front, and the one we're supposed to focus on are in the back. And it
Right.
really feels so low budget. Just throw it in there without thinking and proper working like a plan out. It's just like, you know what? Let's just do it now. And shall we do one more cut so we check if everything's okay? No, this is fine. Let's just print it and move it out, and just everybody will buy it anyway. That's the feeling I have with this MV. And this is not the first time. And really, if this keeps going, like, no interest. I'll just listen to the originals. I'll just listen to AKB48 versions. Since then, at least there is some quality behind this. This is just so bad. So bad.
No, to be quite honest though, I will probably will still continue listening to the MNL version, but audio only. I will not use the video to watch because I'm not
Yeah,
sure what was
me
going
too.
on, but the audio is fine, but I'm not happy with the video at all, to be quite honest. So it's more like if they went low budget or they wanted to recreate the old feel, I would rather use a bit of a a bit of higher resolution, but add like a filter like in Scanline or such, like the old TVs, but not the whole fuzzy thing because to be quite honest, it was a bit too low resolution at times and it actually gave me a headache. So yeah.
Yeah, I just want to interject real quick and just say this, that like I understand Middle 48 apparently does not have a budget to do MVs, so they're trying their best. I get that, and I respect that. I honestly do. But there is a way to do it, and it's not trying to do Gingham Check the straight to video version. Like it's like you don't need to do that. In fact, here's an idea. Why don't you just do something completely different? Why do you have to be like AKB in this regard? Make it your own thing. Philippines is a beautiful country. It's a beautiful place. There's so much there you can be showing us. I mean, my camera isn't that much money, and I could film something just going around the country with the girls and just showing behind the scenes stuff, having them having a blast, maybe having a cookout, eating and enjoying life. Just having fun, maybe tied in somehow to the story, I guess. But honestly, just show me the girls. Just show me them being maybe not as idly, as you're trying to make them out in this, and then cut to the dancing and all that. Like, I mean, there's a million ways to Sunday to do this. There are a million ways to Sunday. I could put them in one apartment and have them all in different rooms and just go from room to room and film them dancing this song, and that would be more interesting because it would at least have a cinematic like idea or concept, and the angles would be good. I mean, dudes, watch Mr. Robot, watch season 1. Like
Yeah, true.
that's how you film something that's boring. You film a hacker on a computer typing code, and it's the most interesting thing you're ever going to see because of the angles. Again, all about the angles, bro. You need to learn it, and if you got a crap budget, that doesn't mean you have to make a crap MV. There's so many people out there with freaking iPhones making better MVs than people with $50 million budgets. Trust me, we don't live in that age anymore. You even got to go there.
Yeah.
Colin, what do you think?
I have no opinion.
Oh
Yeah,
I knew you
basically,
didn't.
Colin, it's very good that you don't get involved into this. Well, before you get bored out of your mind,
I already
you-
was. But so.
Yeah, sorry, Colin.
No, we just
I
had to get that out of the way. It was like, okay, let's give it a chance, and it's gone. Well, what we're gonna give a chance, maybe, Colin, is B&K announced something new.
Yeah. Colin?
Is he muted?
Are you muted, Colin? Hello?
Hello, Colin.
My laptop was like, nope.
He said like
What's
no.
your question?
BNK48 announced the new single lineup, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I
And he's alive.
And he's alive,
He's
suddenly.
back. He's back.
Yeah, I was alive. Yeah, I'm
The magic
alive.
spell always works, you know?
I am like so hyped. I was so I knew that they were going to announce something, and they did. The next single will be Team 8's God song Yonju Nanano. But instead they've done basically Nana. So 77 provinces, or probably the capitals of the, I don't know, either the provinces or the capital. And that's what they will be doing. And they dropped a teaser. Oh my god, that's awesome! I love it. Favorite teaser. That has it has the potential to be probably my favorite MV.
Oh wow.
I love it. It's gonna be hopefully something that I will really enjoy. It has very good potential. They showed some shots, only the song, the beginning. They've been making very good MVs. I've told that before, and I hate teasers. I mean, I hate teasers, but they've been doing an excellent job at it.
Okay.
And I really think that's gonna be a great one. It's probably showing all the provinces that they have and having beautiful shots. I saw lots of different shots in the teaser. So I am very hyped. Chair Prong is the center. First time she is center for a management chosen song.
Yeah, true.
Because she centered beginner, but that's the Senbatsu for for them. And what's interesting about the lineup, at least a bit of interesting. So the Kami 7 of the general election is included, including I think she is 12 or 13.
Yeah, we is in there. Yeah.
And the rest are 16 and below or unranked. So you don't have like the ones in between. I think that's an interesting choice. It's, giving some more love to other girls that haven't been
Ohm, Jib, Stang, Rata, Nikki, View, FIFA. Those are all, and Kate. Those are all first time
a lot of
Senbatsu.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Perhaps they're planting the seeds for them to go, Just
it's a big Senbatsu though, but just remember the original also had 42 members in there, so 47, not 42.
47,
46. I want to say someone was not there, but either way, it's a lot, and it's gonna be difficult though, because imagine, I checked, the 77 provinces. And I don't know how they will include that in the song, or how they will work around it.
How long is the song going to be?
That's gonna be a long song.
I don't know how they will handle it. So let's.
Well,
let's see what
it depends on the tone, right? Because if you think how the middle goes, it looks like they go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's like da 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 da. So it's like a 2-beat. If they manage to do 2 provinces in that beat, so like 4 in total, you can make it.
But
I don't know how big the names are, but maybe
the
go
names are really big, to be quite honest.
Lots
or
of
something.
syllables. At least, if you put it in Latin alphabet, it's a lot of syllables. I don't know how they will pull it off. I believe that this week they will be having
like 10 or 12 or even 14 letters or something like that. So
Well, just think in the opening, the chant basically that the fans made for the 47 song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That speed, but then in the middle of that song, then you can make it, right? Since it still goes on beats.
I think they can make it work.
They can make it. I think they can make it work. It wouldn't be that much of a problem, I would say.
And the good thing about it is that it will be released very soon, the 27th. I heard, at least before the end of October.
Yeah, in a week, in a week or something like that. Yeah.
So my question is though, with Chair Prong, she's now a center. She did have some drastic changes to her look, as of late.
Oh yeah, she became Stitch.
Okay, so she got short hair now, and
it's been a while.
Yeah, that has been a while, but it's also been a while since we recorded. But did she also color her hair, or was that something else?
No, still black.
I don't think so, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I saw the blonde hair stuff.
That's
but
a wig.
That was a wig thing. Yeah. Okay. No, but short hair Chaprang looks good. Interesting facial features. Was funny
I don't
that
like it.
her and Harupi were at the same location.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny.
Bangkok, and they had some dinner together. That was cool to see.
Apparently, Harupi was asked, but if it was Chaprang, I'm not too certain. I believe that Harupi was asked to do it, but if Chaprang asked, I don't know. But hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I loved it when I
Joining
saw
in.
it. I was like, what? Wait, what?
So when did this happen? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Wait, when?
Well, if you follow Harupi on her Instagram live, she does a lot, and
She does a
Oh,
lot of
announces.
lives lately, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How's she looking? Is she looking
amazing,
okay? She's doing okay?
amazing,
Okay.
Amazing.
really.
Wonderful.
It's a good thing she left HKT48. I'm really saying that.
Mm.
Horrible that it is that true, but hey, it's for her better.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to that 7th single. I think this is gonna
And
be
the B-side
a
will
slobber
also be
knocker.
included soon. Oh yeah.
Any news about the B-sides though? Or...
I have no clue which one it will be. Maybe they will do something Halloweenish, but I don't want Halloween night because that should
Oh
be done
no,
next
Halloween
week.
night.
But
please
maybe
no, please
Hashiera
no.
Penguin, which would be very funny. With,
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be
Kaimuk
cool.
is not in the A side, so maybe she can be in the B side and the center for that. So that would be cool. That would be my pick. I don't know what it will be, but
To be honest, I would like to see Chaprong also center in Hashtag Penguin.
Yeah.
I think would be fun.
Kaimuk is more suited.
She couldn't be center in everything, so. Okay, so we're looking forward to that. And then we have 2 other MVs that came out, of course, a little while back from NMB48.
NMB.
Hey.
They are two
Let's
MVs, but
see.
suddenly you can literally stitch them together. I did so
Yep.
actually, so yeah.
Yeah, so you had the, where is it, song title? I'm trying to find out. Hatsukoi Shiojo Shugi.
Yeah. First love
And
supremacy.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
If we want to compare them what we just talked about at the first part. So this MV is shot in a, I would say like a school area, in a gymnasium.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
At different locations, but it's simple. It's not like you don't have to make it too complicated for this MV. And I believe it's not that high of a budget. It was more like, okay, we're gonna shoot here, do a few cuts, edit a little bit. Nothing post editing, make
Not
everything
too
look so
fancy,
fake.
Yeah, not too fancy
Nah.
actually. Yeah.
The song itself, though, it's a
Which
dime in a
song?
dozen.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that doesn't really pop or anything. I don't know. I mean, Yuri
It
looks
doesn't
awesome,
stand
but,
out.
how do I put it? It's just, again, it's just one of those templatic songs that we've heard over and over and over the past couple years from all the groups. Whereas I remember back in the older days with NMB, when you listen to them, you knew you were going to get either a straight up like club destroying thumper like song where like you could dance to it, or you were going to get a quirky song, one or the other usually, or a song that just makes Milky look like amazing or or a Cyanide song. So it's like they had some weapons. Like I was just at AKB Cafe last night meeting somebody for something, and they had NMB's on MV come on, Must Be Now.
Oh
And
man,
I
that song,
had to like
dude.
take a moment to
Yeah.
stop and be like, what happened, man?
Those
like
were the
that
elite of
song.
NMB in dancing wise from Must Be Now.
Well, I mean, you got a good song when like halfway through it, like I'm trying to talk to this person in my meeting. I'm like, must be now, must be. Oh, sorry. It's
I
like,
need to
you
listen to
just
this,
sort
yeah.
of, it just like drills its way in your head. This song will not do that. You'll forget about it before we're even done talking about it. Seriously, unfortunately.
Yeah. But the other one, that was the graduation song of Ota Yuri. That's Acting Tough.
Yep.
Yeah, part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah, that one's interesting
two.
too.
I would say I like it. It's more for me a background song that is a nice singing voice. The MV is pretty fun to see. Just basically a journey. What usually graduation songs are.
Yeah.
Just leaving till the end on that side.
Mm.
Yeah, not bad. Nothing amazing, but I would say, that's nice.
I was more curious about what style they were going with the graduation song, and I'm fine with Yuri just doing her own thing in the video pretty much. because she literally is doing her own thing. So yeah, I really enjoyed it actually.
Yeah, like she sounds great. I mean, again, it's not my kind of song, but the one curious part for me was like in the middle at some point. I want to say it's like in the chorus, the pre-chorus perhaps. Sounded like Ina from Bish came in and like helped her. And like if you don't know who Ina is from Bish, go look her up. She just like has the best voice in all of Idol, period. Like maybe better than anyone ever. And so like Ina, like kind of it sounded like Yuri either channeled her or they like double or tripled her voice in that part to give her that kind of feel. But Ina's got this like smokers kind of coffee voice sometimes,
Yeah.
and there's a little bit of that there. And I don't know, it was just really like it kind of stuck out to me in this MV. Like I wasn't expecting that, but that's it. I mean, but again, I'm with you, Rob. I think it's a nice song. I mean, it works. And same with you, DX. Like it's like if that's Yuri and that's what she wants to do, hey, it could be worse. So it wasn't bad.
Well, well, Colin, do you have any added to Ota Yuri's graduation song? Waiting.
Are you muted?
I think his laptop is acting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Could
don't
be.
think it's working.
He is there.
He is there.
He's
I think he's
there.
now frozen, I think.
Doesn't
He's
seem like
he's
frozen.
really meditating on what we just said. He's
Yeah,
like,
true that.
how do I answer this? This is the most important question of
How
my
does one
life.
answer this?
I need to answer this, but I don't know what to do. Oh.
Hi.
What's happening over there, Colin?
Late in the day, it's like, yeah, I don't want to do it. Or MV curse, but maybe that. I don't know.
Could be
Yeah,
that.
a lot of things. It's like
Basically, if that was what you're asking, I have no clue. I think both NMB's A side and B side, I think they're fine for what they are. I don't find them that interesting. Mirror looks amazing and hot. I don't think it is anything out of the ordinary. The fact that they are kind of like a two-part, I don't know, mini-series or whatever is the most interesting about them. Sadly forgettable. It's not really doing it for me. Relaxed, simple, nicely done. Not really interesting. I could go without it.
Okay.
Well, hopefully you're ready then for, well, it comes in December, so it's still a little bit early. It's Yamamoto Saiga with a new album coming out, her third album, I believe.
Already.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's going a lot. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 songs that will be coming out.
It's been a year since she graduated, and this is her third album. So that's and the amount of songs, I can't remember how many songs she did before, but she's doing good work. That's amazing. But it's Sayane. I don't expect anything less.
Well,
yeah.
I think based on how the album is going to look, it's a bit of gritty, dark album compared to what Joker was, and Rainbow.
Yeah.
Her single wasn't that well received. Was okay, but nothing like, oh, this is amazing on that side. So I'm looking forward to this one because, yeah, I would like to see some more rock type Sayane.
Kind of wondering what the MV
Star
is
for
going
a
to
reason,
look like.
right? Sorry?
Kind of wondering what the MV along with this song is going to look like. To be quite honest, or the songs and the MVs.
For Sayane though, for me, the always interesting thing about her was that she was always doing these dance songs when she's got that acoustic guitar voice, that like rock voice. But you put her in a dance MV, and she shined so well because she didn't fit, and it like worked somehow. And then you add in Milky, who's like, she's a club girl. I mean, she just looks like the type of girl to go to a club and get down, like and like just dance and stuff. Like you put her in there next to Sayane. I mean, that's why Sai and Milky was such a power duo. It just worked. I mean, like Milky brought her up, but then hearing Sayane now, it's like you nod your head like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's Sayane, which is not a bad thing at all by any means. Sayane is awesome any day of the week. Give me her anytime. But I'm saying like, it would be interesting if she just totally surprised us all and did something like wacky, like crazy like straight up like like that type of
I wouldn't like it. No, just stay at the rock.
I know, right? I hear what you're saying, but like, well, maybe not as EDM like that, but more like Must Be Now, like songs like that are common eggs. Like if she's put out an album like that, that would be interesting to me, like super interesting, because she can do the guitar thing real well. She's got 2 albums out already of all of that. Why not challenge yourself to do something where the AKB, the NMB staff like saw what they could do with you in an EDM setting, put that out, let your fans decide what they like the most, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know.
It-
It could go either way. I agree.
It's Sine's style. She has a profound style that's I think works for a certain type of audience. So I'm not sure. And also, you need to think she'll be doing concerts, and it's weird to have those songs without actually doing. She's not gonna be like dancing like she used to or stuff like that. So
yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
same.
She could try something new, interesting, and creative. That's for
well,
sure.
she could try to go back to Utage. I wish she was on there when she was,
yeah.
but
maybe one day. Maybe I don't know.
well, she didn't this time. The last 2 episodes, and I watched them, and they were very interesting on that side. Mainly, of course, Okana was in there, so she did perform a song that Sine performed as well, like a rock song and that type. Very good to watch, I would say. You can see Watabe Mayu doing like a metal song,
Yeah,
basically.
metal song, yeah.
That was fun. I saw that one.
That was a lot of fun watching that part. Yeah, but missed her on Utage. I think now the group is you normally had Sashiara and Sayane in there, but now it's Okanana with Michan, Yukirin, and no one else. It's only Mayu there, and you used to be AKB. Yeah. So I watched Utage. You guys watched Utage or?
Snippets of it. Mostly
Not
I've
the-
seen Watanabe Mayu's performance, which was a lot of fun, but I didn't have the chance to check out the others yet, so.
Yeah,
I
there's some
did saw that part
funny
too.
moments in there.
Yeah, I only saw the one before the recent one. The recent one I haven't watched because the one before that I didn't find that interesting. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a couple of people doing karaoke, and there's particularly one guy from what is Kiss My Feet for? I think that's the name of
Kiss
the
My
group.
F2, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And he can't sing, but he always tries his best. So
Yep.
now he has a DJ character, so it's pretty funny.
Oh.
All right, we need to talk about this that happened. What do you guys think of the new stage, the theater? No, not the singing stage, but the
the play.
The
the stage play.
Oh, the
I-
Yakuza stage play.
Yeah.
I
I'm
still
not sure
look
what
forward
to
to it.
expect, to be quite honest, so yeah.
I still look forward to it. Any stage play where they can act, I take it. I think Mira looks great. She could be Scarface's daughter.
Yeah.
I think the story of it won't. Fuck.
Oh, that was an F-bomb. And I
Yep.
think that Colin had a problem with his laptop, so he's waiting.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. Every time something happens on his side, he doesn't know that the recording is still going. So
I do.
Yeah.
you do.
I do know, but I'm like,
You're fed up with everything now.
should not have started so late. I blame you. Or
Hey, I had some trouble as well.
A certain curse with what we started. It's like, no, Colin doesn't want to, and if Colin doesn't want to, it will not happen.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
The stage play.
The stage play.
Oh, the story doesn't really interest me all that much, but maybe it can be something interesting. There's another one coming with this. I forgot what it was. I should have read up on that. But that one I look a bit more forward to because it may be something more along my favorite things. But I still want to see it. I think it's good that they're at least doing something. I want to see it just for the sake of having seen it.
Well, we'll see what happens. For now, they're still, I think, getting ready because it will be played from the 9th till 24th of November. But there will probably be a lot more members than just these couple.
Yeah, I think they will switch it around, like with some roles that can be quote unquote disposable,
Ah, okay.
But we'll see. They do that sometimes. But
That's
Mm-hmm.
good. More people. That's also interesting. I don't mind. If it's just AKB, I prefer that. But I think it's also a good opportunity for the rest to really do some acting.
Well, if I have here a list that I'm
No.
seeing, it's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 16. That's 24. That's 32. 32, and that's 40. So that's 47. Yeah, 47 members will be performing.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah.
That's a lot actually. Yeah.
That's
and-
kind of a few.
Yeah, pretty big names as well, though.
Yeah.
They have nothing else to do, so let's do something to promote AKB a bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're gonna
right?
perform
They
that
have
for
to,
like a
because,
month,
yeah.
so
That's good. I did get the sense that they're really pushing for it. A lot of promos or things happening in the sense to promote it. But I mean, of course, it's probably expensive in some way, and they want to get the money, get the people coming, merchandise. So they really need to promote it. But design-wise, production-wise, I think that will be good. But you need also the people for it. I don't know. It's based on a movie or series. I don't know. Maybe they want.
hey, last time it worked, so
Yeah.
it's something to do, like you guys said. And let's see. So that is happening. Well, Colin, also a question for you. Did you already book a ticket to Barcelona?
Yeah. How does it go out?
Okay, so AKB48, 8 members will be coming to Spain, otherwise known as the time zone that Robin DX and I live in. Next weekend.
Nice.
And
Right.
I do have Friday and Saturday tickets. But I'm still not sure if I will go because it's so last minute. It's like
It's a 3-hour flight.
Yeah.
3 hours. I found it for like 2 hours, mate.
2 hours, 3 hours. Still.
But I tried looking for like a good flight, but because it's so last minute, it's like,
Yeah, you're
They
going
should
to
have done this a month ago. That would have been much easier. The tickets were also sold out. I got them from someone who was reselling them, and I was like, just in case, I do have them, but I'm still not sure. I really can't find anything good flight-wise, and I've checked like 5 airports.
Who
so.
are visiting Europe though? What's their Senbatsu?
There's
Alright,
only one
so
that-
the members are Chiba Eri, Ichikawa Minami, Iwatate Saho, Kato Reina, Mogi Shinobu,
Also-
Nakanishi Churi, Sasaki Yukari, and Shinozaki Ayana.
Wow,
so
that's a
Yuka
great
Gun is in
theory.
Your Oshi is in it, Colin.
Yeah, I know. That's why it hurts. I don't know. I still I have the tickets, so and they were sold out. So, but it's
You still have time to think about it.
That dilemma, I know all too well.
Oh, it is close by. Basically, Dirk, if you have to compare it like to US situation, or maybe even Japan situation, I can say that. Would it be the same? Yeah, it's basically would be the same from going from Tokyo to Fukuoka, I would say.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
around
distance,
the-
so...
Trying to
if it was in Paris, I would have gone in a heartbeat. That's easy. That's convenient. That's a 5-hour drive. I can make that.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah,
fly like 14 hours to beat Komi.
Or just take a train. That would be also easier on that side.
Not that me because where does it start? Amsterdam. That's already like a 2-hour drive. Nah.
There were no flights from Eindhoven or...
I checked Germany. I checked Belgium. It's like none really fits with what I want to do.
Well, hopefully you still find something. It changes every day, so...
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, I wouldn't give up on that. If anything, just stuff opens up. I wouldn't worry about it.
Just drive. You can also do
yeah,
that.
just do that. Sure, why not? You're gonna go see AKB. I mean, come on.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't drive for that. No, that's no. No,
All right,
that's
let's
too insane.
let's see. Wait. So
Chicago.
what's your location? Let's see.
Middle province of the most southern one.
Yeah. So let's say.
Pick a random
Oh god,
municipality.
here we go. Opening Google Maps.
I'm gonna wait.
Hey, I've driven in
It's
the
a
Netherlands.
14-hour drive.
Yeah, see?
If you drive non-stop, that is,
Straight.
Jeez. Wow.
Should be doable, right?
If
Yeah,
you're
you-
joining me, then sure. It's gonna be lots of.
We're appealing here, Colin. We're appealing here.
Let's see. Oh, you can also walk it. How long is walking?
Ah,
That's 278 hours.
No,
If you
that's
if
not
you
bad.
leave now,
I'm not gonna walk. No, I probably don't have any energy left when I get there. I probably just a skull or something that will be rolling on.
well, hopefully you still can figure out and have a chance to go. It's a good opportunity to take, I would say.
That's true. I mean, when was the last time they as a group were here in Europe? Or
As a
this time-
group,
As a group?
Yeah.
Long
2009
time.
two-
was it?
2010 they
Oh,
were here
2010.
in Anime
Paris.
Expo in Paris.
Yep.
Yep.
Back then, when Akimoto Saika was still in the group.
Oh.
And Yuko,
And-
Achan.
And so many. None of them are still in the group. Maybe I'll only.
No.
hear him.
Nope, sadly not.
Miho. Maybe Miho. I don't know. I forgot.
Although that happened also recently. Oshima Yuko's birthday happened. She's 31 now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
And they were at a fashion show, and guess who was there as well? That was Kojima Haruna.
Of course.
So they met up, and it was like, oh my god! And they took pictures together, unannounced, and like they're two models together, having fun.
Beautiful.
You know, Miyazawa Sai being there for the birthday, and I really
Mi-chan
liked the
as well.
relationship. Mi-chan was there as well, so that's just good to see. That was really
Yeah.
wholesome.
Very good to see.
Yeah.
After all this time, still doing it. That's friendship right there, and that's awesome.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's also the power and testimony of what that old generation had. Why they were so good.
Also,
You know?
And that's basically it. I would say. I've been looking at them more individually on their social medias, and
Uh-huh.
that's a lot more interesting than their group activities, I would say.
Hmm.
It's like what are they doing with their
That's
daily lives? It's like some Instagram stories. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Hmm.
That's it.
they are more-
That's all you need.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, before we move on, I would like some Kei Kisaka. Then I have all my topics I need to talk about. So have you guys watched Kei Kisaka Kanai in like the past few weeks?
Didn't have the chance, sadly.
There was one episode when they showed the Tokyo Dome performances.
Okay.
And you know, I want that concert to watch fully since
Uh-huh.
it looked very interesting. Here's a fun fact, I would say. So, with all the performances Kei Kisaka did in the meantime,
Yeah.
how many times do you think they performed Fukuwild?
7.5.
How about one?
Oh, wow, really?
Eh.
Okay.
They haven't performed Fukuwild ever since the incident at Kohaku.
What?
And
Oh,
the
wow.
Tokyo Dome was the first time since that last time.
That's
Just
so
as
weird.
a surprise for an encore, and the crowd went nuts. And I can imagine you're just like, "Oh my
Oh,
god, this is the
sure.
song that we
Yeah.
all love, but they
That
don't
legendary
perform."
song.
Right.
And everybody
Huh.
looked okay, and well, there were some names on there, like Oda Nana wasn't there for some reason.
So
I think she
weird.
wasn't feeling well. And Hirete Yurina did perform, but after the performance, she had to go. Her joints were
course.
basically hurting her. No, but I think the Tokyo Dome concert looked fine. You of course had the Senbatsu announcement after that, and still controversial, still waiting, of course, because it come out in the winter.
Yeah.
So with Keiki the Kakanai, they did some funny Batsu games, basically. No,
Oh.
not really Batsu games, just like little games. And
Mm.
I watched from the other group, you know, the Slow podcast. They did the AK Bingo moments, and they showed a bit with the prank. And it's funny enough that that guy who did the prank, you know, that was like, oh, Miyazawa Sai is my number one fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's-
yeah.
he is
that
now busy with Kisaka 46, basically in a feud. Like, oh, I don't want to work with him anymore. They're they are variety kill moments basically, and they try to get him back, and he's
Oh,
like,
nice.
I don't want to. So it's fun to see him after that many years, see what his
Yeah.
role is now
Yeah,
compared to
He's
what he
a great
was.
guy.
Yeah,
Mm.
funny dude.
I had the same
Uh,
feeling when I saw that moment. I was like, oh yeah, that guy. He was fun. He was awesome.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched that, go watch that. And well, basically, that's a little short news on Kei Kizaka, I would say. Nothing else happened, but if not else, we can go now into the other serious moments that we want to talk about.
Actually, wasn't there something Derek wanted
you're
to
totally
discuss?
forgetting.
Am I
Talk about
forgetting
equal
something?
love. We didn't talk about equal love.
Equal Love
Oh,
and NV is a
crap!
song.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so equal love. Do you have the title, DX?
I have to look it up.
It's
I have it,
here.
but it's on
No.
Discord, and I
Terrible
can't
titles.
actually access Discord right now. So
Oh, sorry.
Let's see.
Zurui,
That,
yeah,
that's in
Zurui or
Japanese.
Zurine, I think. Yeah,
It's what is it? The
Zurui or Zuruine from Equal Love.
Zuri. Okay. Zuri like bad, like
Yeah,
not good.
Zuri. That's the word.
Zuri, yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, oh yeah, you're right. That's the hiragana katsu. Okay, yeah, yep, you're right. No, so Zuri, like, I have to be honest, like, it's been a while since I've actually felt anything from a lot of the MVs being put out, and really want to talk about this because, like, I feel, I mean, for me, I have the song of the year right now because Equal Love, that song works on 40 different levels, and here's why. Mainly, I'm not going to go through them all, but basically, there is a moment where one of the girls before the chorus, she hits that note, and she hits this note, and she carries it, past the point where you would expect her to carry it. Again, little tiny subtle things like that can make all the difference in the world in terms of creativity. But what's great about that, even more than the unexpected carrying of that note, an additional, I'd say, second or two, is the fact that it's so on point, perfect, the emotion in it, the fact that it's so heart-wrenching that you're like, oh, this is great, and then you think they're gonna settle into a groove in the chorus, and they kind of do, but then they bring that kind of like big voice style back towards the end of the chorus. The verse is okay, the verse is all right, but like even in the chorus, then if that wasn't enough, they have a talking point, and it's like everything you could want in a chorus is in that chorus. And then on top of that, like the opening of the song, it's so perfect in terms of like the mood it sets, how sad it sounds. It's very much NGT's second single minus the massive hook that NGT's second single had.
Yeah,
But
okay,
it's
yeah.
kind of like, because that has a massive hook. But this doesn't have that, but it still gets you kind of pumped. And then it's synced perfectly. And I mean perfectly. Pay attention, MNL video makers, with how I want to feel watching the images on the screen, the darkness, the sadness, the things that they're showing, the girl on the Densha, the train platform, like in the back, just and the camera's kind of back watching, almost like in a documentary style, and the girl's lonely and it's an empty platform, and it's like you couldn't do a better enough job of syncing an MV with that. And then even where they're dancing, it looks like a, waterless pool type situation. But the way they have the blue lights coming on, I mean, they lit those girls brilliantly. I mean, to the sadness effect. And then the song kind of repeats itself. That's its only negative at this point for me. That and the fact it doesn't have like a massive hook. But it's like, if the song had been 2 minutes and you wouldn't miss anything, if they had like a bridge, literally this song would be a classic. Because if they had a bridge, they did a little bit more in terms of the creativity. I honestly, it'd have been a classic. But it's enough for me this year to say right now, unless anything else comes out blows my mind, that it's song of the year for me. I give all credit to Sashi because here's the thing. Sashi just got done doing what? The Tokyo Idol Festival,
Yeah.
where she is around literally hundreds and hundreds of underground idols, as well as the majors. It's where the majors and the minors come together to celebrate idolhood. Idol. So like I can totally see her really being inspired through that weekend or whatever, and then been like, I want a song like that, because a lot of that chorus, that is straight out of the playbook of I can throw a dart at an idol Taibon and hit any idol group with it and not hurt them because it's a rubber dart. And they have a chorus like that. So it's like interesting to see her blending the underworld with the overworld, which again is probably also why I like it so much, because I hear a lot of the elements of what I hear today in the majors, which I think again is the solution for AKB's creativity problem. Just go steal from us here in the underworld. I mean, I don't mind. Please steal, because it's good stuff to steal from, and it would maybe get people interested in what's going on in my world. Because if they hear in the majors, they're like, oh, where else can I hear this? Oh, there's all these 400 other groups that have that same exact sound, but it will bring them in. So I like the fact that Sashi, I'm not saying this is the case, I don't know her at all or anything, but I get the feeling she was inspired by that. And I really feel like the Equal Love song structure, that in that one note, I'm telling you, go watch the MV just for that girl. I don't know who this girl is, by the way. So any Equal Love fans out there, I don't know which one of those girls got the set of pipes, but she's a star.
Yep.
She is a star. And that girl, oh my God, like, go support Equal Love just for that girl. She is like the Nadacha of Equal Love. Nadacha being Nadacha from Yanako. So Yanami. So my favorite girl. So like literally when I heard that girl hit that note and it had just the right balance of emotion in it, like tears. I got a little teary-eyed, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was like, is this happening? Did we actually get a song? And fun fact, NGT's second single didn't come out like right towards the end of the year too. And we were like, oh, this year sucks.
Something like that.
And then it's like
yeah.
they rolled that out last second. Well, at least I was like, oh, AKB's gods have saved us. I feel like it's the same thing here. I don't know. I mean, NMB, I think you guys said still has another song coming out, right?
Not NMB.
No.
Who has
AKB.
it coming out? AKB's got one,
Likely.
I think, and
Maybe.
likely,
yeah.
but
Keikizaka. I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah, we still got some potential contenders before the end of the year. But I am gonna be really honest at this point. Equal Love knocked that thing out of the park just for that one beautiful, crystal clear, perfect, heart destroying note that girl hits, and she extends it, and you don't expect that, and she's so good. I don't know if that's editing, but if that girl hits that live and you're an Equal fan, you are lucky. If that girl is your Oshi, congratulations for picking a girl who actually understands emotion. And you don't have to be a good singer to understand that, but she blended both. A+. The MV itself, the song, it's a solid A. It's not an A+, it's a solid A. But that one note, A+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++
since I didn't have a
Please.
chance to. So thanks, Derek,
Please,
for that. Colin,
Anyone else?
did you guys listen to it?
I
see it?
listened to it a couple of times, and to be quite honest, it was finally this year has been a bit meh song-wise, I would say. So to hear
Not much
a
came out,
song
that's the
outside of the
problem.
48 group that is really good is like, well, it's finally something to enjoy pretty much, because lately
Right.
the songs the 48 group has been putting out were iffy and
Very
mostly
sustainable.
yeah, so yeah, to finally get a song that is enjoyable to listen to is more like it's a blessing, to be quite honest. So and this further confirms to me that it's only a matter of time before Sashi takes over production of
Yeah, I
the
could see it.
48 group
I can
MVs,
totally
to be
see
quite
it.
honest.
She'd be a good producer too. I'm telling you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think she
She
gets
already
it.
is.
Yeah, she already is. Yeah, very good point.
Colin, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I thought the MV was very nicely produced. Like I thought it was like, yeah, it's
Nice.
very nice, nicely done, nicely executed. But then I would end that with saying that, like the song, it's kind of uninteresting. It was nice objectively. I think it's goodly, very well produced. But to me, it was like, it's even less interesting than the NMB one. In that regard, just that objectively, yeah, subjectively, meh.
Okay. All right then. So we good? We're ready for
I think we
what we
got a
want to
couple
talk
of
about.
graduation
And so
announcements
there's
left.
maybe one funny thing to talk about.
Okay, funny thing, then graduations, then the main event that we talk about. So funny thing first.
Okay, so stage 48 went down for like less than 24 hours, and everyone lost their mind. It's kind of funny, looking back.
I was like looking at it, it's like, what happened?
Yeah, I was too. The weirdest thing
same.
is, I checked like that Tuesday, and I couldn't get up, and it happens, stage 48, the wiki would not, be on, and it's like, it's offline for a bit. And then a day later, I was like, everyone is like, the forum is down, and I checked, and the wiki and the forum was just down, and a imposter on the Reddit was like, no, we're down, we're sorry, yada yada yada. Turns out, yeah, he was an imposter, and it was back up like the same that Wednesday, like end of the day.
Yeah,
And
end of the day, pretty much.
everyone lost their minds with it. Like even I was like, no, really, all that, the wiki, not the worst thing if that's out. There's still another one, but the forums, oh man, that's a loss of information right there. That's like, Library of Alexandria going down. That was. Now
I don't know.
Good
No,
information on there.
I think the
agree with
wiki
you,
is
Colin.
more important.
There's
don't-
another
I mean,
wiki.
Yeah, I mean, wiki's important. It's educational. I agree, but
True.
I mean, I remember spending one whole summer reading all those posts of the theaters back in the old days. How that one dude, I forget his name, he literally went every day, and like, I really learned AKB then. Like I mean, I had known about AKB, but I really learned them. He just, I just will always remember his crushing heartbreak he had when they went to the lottery system and he could no longer go because no more foreigners. So like it was like sad to see his like enthusiasm just drain into the bottom. But up to that point, man, he was like my foreigner insight to AKB. I mean, that if that was lost, that would truly be a treasure gone, in my opinion.
Well, they still need help to maintain the site since it's a server issue, I would say. So if you can help them out, go help them out. I think there's enough links at the Stage 48 forum that you can actually see how ways to help them out and keep them basically alive. But yeah, you don't know what you have till it's gone, right?
You really don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, what's a little bit shocking is like, seriously, also this happening in 2019 while we lost so many things.
Yeah, that would have been one of, honestly, that would have been the worst. Like I said, forum, all the information gone. That's the wiki. There's the second one, so it's like,
but thank God they're still here. So that's
luckily.
very, very plus sign. All right, and DX, you want to talk about the graduations?
Yeah, we had a couple of graduation announcements actually. From NMB, we have Koga Narumi. I did note it down. Just a sec. Yeah, we have from SKE, we have Nonogaki Miki. And the big one is Takayanagi Akane, the first gen SKE 48 member. And that one I would consider a Matsui Reina level announcement. So that one.
What if she? To be fair, what has she been doing lately? Like in the past few years?
Well,
Here, so she's always in the A side.
Yeah.
I know that for a certain.
Yeah, but not a position that you're like, oh yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
I mean, Churi's Churi. She's an icon to SKE fans. It's just sad. It's like, well, there's another one.
Yeah, well, I'm really at the fact right now that because example, Matsuya Jurin is also on a hiatus. Again, because she just needs like a little break on that style. And I'm still saying it right now. It's a lot better for members just to be outside of group activities than being in group activities, since nothing's happening. It's like you have theater performance. It's basically back to what it was, but we now live in a day and age where you have so much more platforms you can go to throw yourself out there. And I'm like, yeah, just do that instead of this. So. Graduation announcements. Yeah, I wouldn't say it sucks maybe for all the fans, of course, who still go directly to the theater. But again, like I said just now, Derek, for foreigners, it's very hard to go in there. So, whoop, it's like okay, basically now they're graduating. It's like yes, now we can actually see more of them without their limits by management or what they can tweet or what they can do. So, I only see plus sides in this, to be honest.
I mean, it's funny when you say that because like Wasserman, You know, she was like light years ahead of everybody when she was like, screw y'all, I'm going to be an anchor artist, and then like I can go see Wasserman any day of the week. I mean, I've met her. If she had been in AKB, I would never have got a chance to shake that pretty girl's hand and tell her you have one hell of a voice. You might have had the best voice ever in the entire history of AKB48. And like, yeah, I can just oh, she's playing there tomorrow. I can go see her. She'll play some little mom and pa grandpa Anka store with like 20 dudes there. And like she's so happy, you know? And so she's an AKB. Yeah, never see her. Never have a chance. So you're right, Robin. You're absolutely right. That is one of the good things about living here, or at least if you plan on coming here. If you play your cards right, I mean, you could see a lot of these X idols because they don't just stop a lot. They want to keep going. Some of them, you know, the ones that have like artistic talent, you know, they'll do exhibitions, things like that, or go work at a certain yakiniku restaurant we all know.
Yeah.
So
And then bring out calendars. That's
Yep.
also happening.
right, Iwa. So you know.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go then. Before we get to the big one we all want to talk about, I also want to mention it also has influence in Korea, since we're going to the K-pop side. You guys saw the picture I sent a while back of IS1's member Omahi.
No, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think? That doesn't look good, right?
You can make the joke you made to DX and me. I'm not gonna make that one.
Yeah.
Okay, basically the way she looks now is like I want to.
Warning! Do you really want to do it?
I don't care, you know. Just
Okay.
flag me if you want to. Basically, the way she looks now is like I could grab two sticks and play her like a xylophone. That's how it looks like now. Her rib cage is showing so much that it's unhealthy.
Wait,
And from IS1 or AKB
Honda.
for the member.
Honda
Yeah.
Tommy.
Teammate.
You didn't see
who?
that
Oh my
picture?
God! No, yeah, I saw the picture. I thought that was somebody else. That's her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, she was waving through the crowd, and you can see just on her side that it's like
shirt.
Welcome to Korea.
it's so dangerous. But also her
Oh, yeah.
cheekbones, her face is just like going like this. So I'm just hoping that it was more like a weak thing or something, or like malnourished because of our tour or something like that. But even then, it's like, you know, just a little more food
Lots
on
more.
that. And this is also going to continue with our topic later, since it had influence on what the outcome was from that. So these girls are always getting judged on their looks. And yes, when you are in a dance group, basically, that's more of a showing your features, then yes, there are a lot of people who will judge upon you. You know, if they were like obese, none of them would watch them, right? That's like, I don't want to see that. You know, I don't want to see a lot of obese people just on the stage dancing like that. And it's like, maybe it's like ha 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 funny, but if it's like a serious dance group, you're like, no. You want to see fit and wonderful moves on that.
Mhm.
Now the opposite side's like, you can go too far. You want to see them fit. You don't want to see like, you know, it's like just put some food in her and hopefully be happy on something like that. That happens in this case. Yeah, so I wanted to mention that because it is a continuation for what we're talking about. So this is a member from the group Red, I think. Am I correct? Let's see. I'm talking about Sulli. She was in the news.
FX.
Let's see.
FX.
Yeah,
FX?
that's FX. Yeah. Oh,
I
sorry.
thought it was something with
like,
Red. Sorry.
No, FX,
yeah.
which is crazy because it's been around forever.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think a lot of people already knew the news. She was found dead in her home at October 14th. And she killed herself. And basically what happened, what they're thinking that happened is this woman was, well, a lot of times harassed or ridiculed by fans there's this video of a guy just saying like, yeah, I think she has too much arm fat. I think she should lose that. And then another member defended, was like, no, but that's my type, and I want her like that. So basically, brainwashed fans saying, no, you're fat, you're ugly, you're this. And what happened was she did I think Instagram live or something, or like a streaming live, and just people berating her, bullying her to a point that she was so mentally ill that she took her own life. Now, I don't agree with suicide. I always have these situations like there's a lot more things in this world, and you never know what they are like mentally, but always try to seek help. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of locations out there you can find to seek help with suicidal thoughts. So that always remember that you're not alone, and there's always people trying to help. Stating the fact though that yes, because of what people did and say to her, I feel that they're responsible for her life, basically. And to the people who are like, "Oh, you're fat and this and something like that," or being very, very well mean to her, hopefully realize that well, you basically caused a murder. I would say it's more your words, words can hurt. And then, there's this saying like sticks and stones. But seriously, we live in a day and age where mental health is a serious thing, and a lot of people suffer from it. And you need to watch, think before you say stuff, since it's very, very dangerous on this fact. We talked this early this year with the whole Mahon situation, that she was getting bullied by members, and she was also not feeling well and getting on the verge. That luckily she got out, and she's now doing a lot better than used to be. But it's just clearly this is also a result that can happen if you don't give things in check, or find the help you need. Then this could result in play. So I'm saddened about this news, but it's like.
So, oh, go ahead. I'll
Oh,
I'll
go
go
ahead.
last.
Yeah,
Is that cool?
DX? No,
Yeah,
DX,
go
you want to go?
Go for it. I know you are a fan
Like,
of her, so.
no, I mean, I like K-pop. I have no problem with a lot of how it is and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage too, but every industry has garbage. If you focus on the garbage, that's all you're going to see is garbage. K-pop has a lot of wonderful things to offer us, and Sulli was one of those wonderful things. I was reading that. Let's just put this in perspective though, really quick. I still believe, from everything I've read online, they don't have an exact how she died. Am I wrong here? I mean, this is suicide, but that can mean anything.
Yeah, there's no how or
Nothing.
cause of that.
Not revealed yet. The autopsy needs to
That's
be done yet.
that's bothersome. No, the autopsy was done, and the autopsy is already done, and there's no signs of like external injury or like somebody forced her or anything like that. So that's, at least we know it. Probably not murder. I think there was something being said about some food delivered to her earlier that day. Maybe it was poisoned. I don't know. But then if that was the case, they would be saying it's murder probably. However, again, I'm not trying to speculate. I'm not trying to put out like conspiracy theories here. I'm just simply saying, according to everything we've seen online, there was one diary entry where she was expressing her depression. She was suffering from severe depression, though. And when she was dating, what was that rapper dude? Choiza, I think. They got cyberbullied to the point of infinity, and it was horrible. Um, I think though, when you look at every single K-pop that's super famous, that's like their trajectory. It's like it just comes to the territory. I'm not saying it's right. It isn't. But I'm
No.
saying it's like it has grave consequences. Now, when it's like I've seen it with our own members. Like, I'm not going to get into how, but like I have personally seen it, and even in the underworld, I've seen it horrible, horrible, horrible things. And I've seen what it does to certain people, and it's just not good, because some of these girls are very fragile. They might look strong as gods on stage, but inside of themselves, they're very weak. And I don't mean that as a negative. It's just they don't have the capacity to protect themselves because, like you, they're trying to escape something too in many cases. My documentary I've been filming has taught me this mostly more than anything, that a lot of them are just like me and you. They got fears, they got things that they're scared of. One of the things a lot of these girls are scared of is bullying. They're scared of being looked at and being told, oh, hey, you know, that little mark on your face that you have, that's ugly and you should not be an idol. Something like that, you know, that girls will stop being idols over that, or some girls may kill themselves. And that's, again, I'm with you, Robin. I don't condone suicide. I don't think it's an answer to anything. I do feel that there is people that get to that level where they feel like there is no hope.
They don't care anymore. So it's like,
and they
you know
don't care.
what?
So it's like, I get that. I honestly, I've been there. I think we've all been there. I think we all have had, to some degree, a sense of tragic loss that, like, you know, maybe we did think, well, why am I even here? I do feel, though, again, that, like, at least in my case, like, I have, you know, I've been there. I mean, recently I've been there pretty hard, and I'm still there to some degree, but here I am. You know, you pick yourself up, you keep going. Now, again, in her case, we're two different people. She has a whole different set of values and life experiences. I have no idea what caused her to, if she did in fact kill herself. But I am going to say this: if you think for a moment that bullying is something that's cool and something that's like what you should do, I feel like you should really have a reality check, you know, and like maybe you should be the one jumping in front of a train, or you should be the one hanging yourself, because you should be doing us all a favor. Because honestly, you don't deserve to live. Like, you're scum. You're really scum. And like these girls, again, I work with these girls day in and day out. We saw what happened with Mahone. That was bullying. That was bullying to the worst possible degree. And I've seen how some of these girls, they get harassed because they don't pay enough attention to their fans, and so some of that has even led to almost near fatal stabbings. You know, we look at Mayu Tamita a couple years ago. That was horrible. So this isn't a joke. Like, you know, if you start with bullying, your next step's going to be injuring. And do you really want to go that route? Do you really want to become a criminal like you already are just by doing that? But you really want to continue that kind of hate? Imagine if that was your daughter. You know, what would you do? You know, I mean, if it was my daughter and I found, and I would gladly go to jail for killing you. I would. I wouldn't even hesitate. Honestly, I would. There's nothing I wouldn't do to protect my daughter. Nothing. But having said that, you know, that's a lot of bravado talk. The reality is this: don't be that person that gets online and thinks that the solution to your whatever's going on inside of you is to hurt somebody else like that. It isn't. You know,
I really don't understand the well, you know, I've been bullied as well in my teenage years, childhood, and stuff like that. And I'm looking at this now, and I always think like the mindset of others. It's like, so you have a problem with someone you don't know personally, and you have to then go all the way to just, you know, make this person's life miserable. You know what? You know, I spent like 5 seconds reading an article, or I watched a music video, and you just ruined everything. You know what? You're the worst. You're like, are you kidding me? It's like, so because I really don't understand that mindset. It's like there's now this whole term for it. It's called cancel culture. Culture. Yeah, so it happens also a lot with like, so for example, there was like this YouTuber had an incident, and you know that incident got out, and he has fans, he has people watch him, and then you have just people who just suddenly go off on him, like, you're scum, you don't deserve this, and you're not watching videos anymore, you're the worst, and stuff like that. And if I look at it on agree, it's like, yeah, I still don't agree what happened, but that doesn't involve me on a personal level. It's just, okay, you do some choices, life choices that I'm not agreeing with, but I'm not saying now instead like, no, you shouldn't be able to live, or you're the worst on this point. And that's the mindset. It's so easy, and that's why I hate. I like social media, and I hate it as well, because with the good always comes the bad, And it's so easy. It's so easy nowadays. And they're getting younger and younger, getting devices or ways to just get on there. And they do not learn other people's values. So they're like, I'm important. My opinion is important. I'm going to share that with the world. I don't care who you are because you can't get me because I'm all on the way on the other side of the planet. That's the idea of it. It's like, you wouldn't say that to someone face to face. It's so much easier. That said, the mindset of people reading it, they have the mindset that people are in front of them and they're saying that to them, and they get hurt by it like day by day, and they're losing it. It's like, if you get day by day people said you're the worst, I hate you, then you're like, suddenly I am the worst, am I? That's the feeling that you're getting. That's the idea. And if you get that feeling, seek help, because these people have no clue who you are. Just they only see what you see in the media or when you live stream, for an instance, or something, but they don't know you like 24/7 or on the personal level. So they're just annoyed or trying to get a reaction out of you so they have some fulfillment in their life. And that's what people need to learn out. They learn how to use the internet, but they don't learn how to, well, be at the internet, or what do you say, like how to handle the internet.
Well,
Go ahead, Derek.
well, also too, like, I mean, and even to use us as an example, like call people out. Like I called M&L out, but they deserved it. Like, I'm sorry, but they did. Like, their critiques are critiques, but I'm not trying to bully anyone. Like, everything I'm saying, I'd say to that person's face. Everything. Like, I have no problem getting somebody's face and being like, yeah, this is what I feel about you, and I stand behind it. But yeah, when you're a coward and you're just hiding behind social media and you are bullying somebody for no reason other than whatever's in your crooked heart, you have to straighten out. Like, don't do it. Just don't do it, because there's no point. Like, you're really hurting people that way. That's a whole different thing. It honestly is. And also too, like, when people put out art, art can be judged, art can be imitated, art can be something that inspires us. It can be many, many things. But keep in mind, behind all that art is a human being. It's somebody that feels just like me and you. We're all the same in that regard. You have to understand, critiquing is one thing, even being strong in critiquing is one thing, but getting out there and being like, you're scum because you like another human being and want to date him, like in Sulli's case, like, come on, like, what? Like, I get it, idol, it's idol, all, I get that, but if it's really that offensive to you, maybe you're taking the fantasy a little too far. I'm just saying. Because it's like, come on. Like, I mean, you think none of these girls don't have boyfriends? Like, are you that delusional? And so it's like, I don't know. When I think about it in that terms, and I think about what this poor girl went through, and her poor family, all of the people that knew her, all the people that she inspired, all the people that cared about Sulli, that she cared about, and she's so young, and her life done because why?
And,
Some,
that is another thing, though. And I don't want to make this discussion too long, so we won't be doing the thing too long. I think, Colin, you have to go as well soon, I believe.
Sorry, Colin.
Yeah, I think you're muted right now.
Oh, I have a day off. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, we would have stopped a half an hour ago.
The other problem is, you said, yeah, she's young. There's also a thing with management, and I can get again and again. We all talk this early in the year with management on this whole side. Basically, all these groups have a management that's like, don't care. You make me money. That's it. And it's so hard to justify this on that point. They should have seen it. It's like, is she okay? Should we check up on her? I've been watching that live. I don't think she's okay. You know what? Let's try and she'll go to her and see if she needs help or something like that. They could have changed everything, like, way in advance. But yeah, they're like, we have so much talent. We have to watch this group and that group and that group, and we need to have that money. I have to need my 6 both, or something like that. It's ridiculous that they don't pay much attention to the help they need. And I'm saying that needs to change, but will it change? No. Will never change.
To be quite honest, how I view it is, management think mental health is like an unwanted expense, and they don't want to use their money for it. Basically, that's how I see it. to be quite honest. Like
Yeah.
a mental
It's
health.
it's not in the budget.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to make that new merch item that people will buy. That's the expenses we'll make. We need to buy this venue out so they can have a concert, so we make more money. How do we make money if we, send someone to a doctor or to a therapist or something like that? Oh, we lose money. Oh no, we don't want to lose money.
Well, it
That's the
also
biggest
goes
idea.
against, yeah, it also goes against the concept of perfection that these the K-pop idols are expected to be perfect. If you're mentally sick, you're not perfect anymore. And also, too, mental health in general, say, is not something that they've quite joined this century in terms of treatment and how to approach it and stuff. And they're like, there's no support here. There really isn't. It's extremely rare. You can't get proper medicine here. And
Hmm.
the K-pop world, ultra competitive, but the thing is, Sulli actually made it. But yeah, where was she mentally? Like, a really good movie to watch on this is Helter Skelter, by
Yeah.
the director
Yeah,
who
yeah,
did
yeah.
Heavy Rotation.
Hmm.
Erika Sawajiri knocked that out of the park as the main actress. And honestly, that it's a caricature of fame, but it's actually really accurate in a lot of ways. And I think with K-pop, again, all you fans, love K-pop. I get it; it's great, but come on, like really, you're this is a young girl who didn't deserve that. If this is really in fact what happened and why she's not here anymore, if she just couldn't take it anymore, again, I don't necessarily agree with that, like her decision, but I do think we're all kind of like those of you who bullied her. If you led her down that path, you're kind of an accomplice, and it's just, do you really want that on you? I mean, does that make you feel good? I mean, really? It's like going to a kid on a playground and pushing them over 20 times and laughing. Like, it's kind of like, really, what do you get out of that? Like, really, where's the joy in that? Honestly, even if the kid's annoying or you don't like the kid or the kid looks ugly to you, why would you do that? Why would you hurt that child? And Sully was just a child, you know? And it's like, you don't do that. You just don't do that. Let this girl figure out her life for herself. You don't have her life figured out, so stop acting like you do. Sorry, I'm just really upset when I think about this kind of thing because I've been
Hmm.
bullied. We've all been bullied. We've all been there, But you take a beautiful, unbelievably talented actress and singer like Sully was, and you dispose of her like human garbage.
I
You're a
hope.
guy. I don't know.
I hope that, and it's not saying that it's a good thing, but I hope
Mm,
that with this, people will now see, and that it won't be coming to that far again.
I
That's
agree.
I think the sacrifice. Maybe that was also in her mind. That she's like, I'll be a sacrifice for all the others that are getting bullied or getting to this. That's what a martyr is basically.
Mm,
So, still a heavy loss, I would say, and it sucks when I heard it's like people came up to me at work because they got the news and like, hey, what happened? What do you can tell more? And it's like it's
mm,
basically there's a culture, a cancel culture that's like enjoys getting rid of people who are successful, more successful to them. They're like, we can take them down, and yeah, you took someone down, all right.
Yeah,
Hope you're
yeah.
mm,
happy.
mm.
All right. Any other points anyone wants to make?
I think most of it I wanted to talk about has been said. For me, it's more like you don't have to like the person, but do respect them, you know?
Hmm.
But
Mm.
I'm telling you this, and it's probably talking to thin air or something like that to aunties, but it's okay to not like the person, but respect them, I would say.
Mm.
Okay. Colin?
I don't know who she is. I don't know what she gone through. What I do know is that people nowadays are just dicks for the sake of being dicks, but people have always been
Yeah.
dicks in a way.
Mm.
And some people can quote unquote fix that. I did. Punch. Easy,
Mm.
very easy. But for some people, it doesn't. And entertainers, which is what she is, and a lot of people are, they have a very difficult. But there are those that don't have that, and I don't think that's because of her. I think it's the mentality that the people have that follow her. I think that's the issue, and sadly, I disagree with what Robin said. In a way, it will not be fixed. No, it will not be. Will not be for years to come, because.
No, I agree with
you
that.
said
It won't be
cancel
fixed.
culture.
We want it to be fixed, but it won't be fixed.
We want so many things, but it will not happen. You said
Yeah.
cancel culture. I've heard about cancel culture, but it's kind of like a dish in Argentina. Maybe I've heard of it, but I've never seen anything else. And it depends the culture, the group that you are in, and group is a loose term for what you could also say a fandom.
Yeah. All right. Okay then. Let's wrap things up. I would say we can go to recommendations for next time. I would say, well, Colin, you're still thinking to go to Barcelona, hopefully. That's happening next week. Yeah.
Yeah, next week actually. Yeah.
Let's see. Not much happens. I'm just gonna follow what I'm usually doing. The Instagram stories. I think they're more fun to follow that right now. Nemesis is returning.
Yep.
That's my thing.
That was your thing. I'm sorry, Colin.
Same here. Oh, well.
I was so happy when I saw Nemesis returning the 27th, so very soon, the end of this week, and I'm very happy. The fact that it's something, the fact that it's Nemosu, what I really enjoy, and it's gonna be 4 members that will be going to a primary school for what's it called? Anyway, young children, and they will be doing stuff and preschool. That's it.
Preschool, yeah.
And that already is like a fun topic, and I'm gonna enjoy it probably. And I hope it's I hope there will be a
Hey, they
continuation.
did it before on Nemesis with Maida, Yuko.
Oh yeah, like 3 times or so.
The English school. They had to speak English.
School,
That was so good.
Just the general preschool, and even with what was it, Kojimako, Sayaya, Nanya, I think one time. It's either way, it's very fun, and I really look forward to it. Like I'm like,
same here.
yes, something. I'm happy.
Okay. DX.
Nope, I had Nemesis as well, so yeah.
That's something.
Oh, Colin, you had more, I think.
No, I mainly had Nemosu. The Taipei concert was yesterday, where AKB members, a lot of AKB members, went to perform. I think it's successful. I don't know. I don't really follow people.
Blue Rose, Team K.
Abe Maria's graduation performance, in a way. She did. The set list was great. I thought it was pretty good. And I've also not seen that many photos, but I don't know. Maybe it's a different country. I don't know. But that was something. Hopefully, maybe there's more footage of it. I've seen like snippets. Seems fun. I wanna watch that. But Abe Maria is graduated, so, and I believe.
I did already see her next project, what she's going to do. So well, basically, it's modeling under a certain aspect with her body type. That's very good for her. Let's just keep it at that.
Wow.
I want to add one more, actually. With Keiki Takakanai next week is going to be fun, since it's a Halloween-themed episode. And they're going to do like what AK Bingo used to do, like the drama styles. To do members are doing like a scene together, but they're in costumes.
Oh, right. Yeah. Nice.
So, look forward to that. They really were hiding a lot of stuff to be like, hey, you really want to see next week. So, that got me hyped. Anything else, Colin?
No. I can't remember anything.
Right then, Derek, take it away.
Yeah, I actually don't have much to say. It's just basically go watch the Equal Love video if you haven't already. It's easily worth your time. I want to know what you think. Please leave your comments in the comment section about it. What you feel. We can start having that song of the year kind of discussion. And we're getting a little. We're inching there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say do that, and then also just to kind of tie in what we just talked about. You're feeling down, you're feeling upset, or you know somebody that is. Don't forget to take some time, make them feel better. Go watch some AKB videos. Go watch some old ones, especially. Go watch the old Gingham Check. Go watch what makes AKB so amazing and why like we're still here talking about them. And you know, even though we haven't had a lot of good output lately, we certainly have a lot of old output that's great. And all you gotta do is just watch any old AK Bingo video, and I'm laughing in 5 minutes. And so, if you are really that down, remember, if you like idols, well, you're in the best world you can possibly be in to smile. You know, because there's nothing better than Idol on stage, like doing her thing and tearing your heart up in the best possible way. So I guess I want to leave on a positive note in that regard. Like, you know, we all love idols can change the world. They can make everybody happy. So, you know, it's sad when we see a girl that was her goal in life not be happy. But if you see that too, that would be the last thing I want to say. If you have an Oshiman, an idol out there that you absolutely adore, you know, let her know. But I mean, really let her know. Get on her Twitter, because that's what they all use, and drop her a line and be like, yo, like, I think you're beautiful today. I'm just letting you know that. No reason. Don't have to respond. Just, you're beautiful. You know, you have no idea how much that actually means to these girls. I mean, I do, because I see how they react to their Twitters, and I'm in the backstage, and I watch them religiously go over every single tweet about them. I mean, religiously. And trust me, your words make a difference, but they don't have to be negative. They can be positive too. So let's do that. Go tweet your favorite idol after this video, and you can tell us about it too. And if you get a response, great. You let us know. I love stories like that. We all do, actually.
Yep.
I think. So, you know, and we can spread some positivity too. And then yeah, definitely give us your thoughts. But again, in the spirit of that, in our comments, remember, we're four human beings too that have opinions, and I'm very strong about my critiques, but they're critiques. They're not me being hateful. They're not being angry or mad. Like, I genuinely love the NMB48 girl, genuinely, and I think they're exceptional people. So that's what I'm referring to with this comment. But please go easy in the comments. Like, if you're upset, be upset, but have a reason. Like, don't just say, "Oh, you don't like them." Well, that's not a reason. That's called an opinion. You can have the opinion too, I guess, but you don't need to express it because it's not helping. Because I'm not going to listen. But just you know, if you have, okay, I think you should look at it from the point of view and give me historical context, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Great, all for it. Okay, that's it. We're done.
All right. Well then, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk, and we'll see you next time then. Bye, everybody.
Jojo.
Bye. Must be now. Must
That-
be
that's
now.